Gaslighting and narcissism, how you attracted that person into your life for a very specific reason. Now, I understand that the narcissism is not serving anybody. I think this is going around like a plague right now, and this is keeping everybody trapped in a lower frequency, and it's not allowing you to enter the next level of consciousness. Now, in this video, I'm going to explain gaslighting, narcissist, what a narcissist is, signs of gaslighting, the problems, and all the solution to get past those narcissistic people, all those gaslighting behaviors, get rid of all of that, and how you can empower yourself to raise your own frequency to enter the next level of consciousness. Now, as we all know, gaslighting is very toxic. One of the most toxic things that any human being can do. This is a huge form of emotional manipulation, and honestly, a lot of people are victims of this and they don't even realize it. That's the scariest, craziest part with all of this. Including myself in the past, I was a victim of being in a narcissist relationship, being gaslighted every single day. Didn't even know it for years. That's why I feel very called to make this video and to talk about it, because this is a very huge part of spirituality and getting people trapped in those lower vibrations by just simply being obsessed with themselves. So the definition of a narcissist is a person who has excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. All those people, you know who I'm talking about. They care what they look like on Instagram, and this goes for both male and female. All right, this could be either way. It's not like one can be capable of this more than the other. Now, you see this a lot these days. I blame social media. I blame this, very artificial age that we're in right now. We care a lot about what we look like, how big a booty is, how many abs, muscles, whatever. All that stuff is very surface value, and it's always creating a reciprocated response in the energy that is in a relationship and how it starts. If you have that very physical attraction and you're all heated and passionate, that's fine. It's just you might not be able to get any deeper into that relationship and just constantly be victimized and blamed and told you're not a right person for each other and all that good stuff. So let me just talk about the signs of gaslighting and we'll get down to it. First step is always denying everything in your reality. They're going to deny what you are, who you believe in, what your passions are, and constantly push you down to their level of energy to make themselves comfortable. Right here at the corner, I don't know if you can, hopefully you can see, I have all the chakras: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, okay? And this is the energy spectrum. All those narcissists are trapped in the red and orange. They're trapped in the first and second chakra, not even able to get into their power center, right? That's the problem. Is the chakra system is designed to allow you to enter the next level of consciousness. The next energy upgrade comes when you've mastered that chakra, right? So after you've done with your survival, the red, you go into procreation, which is the orange, and then once you feel like you've done procreating, you've had that ease, you can move into your power center, and that's where the line is. That's where people get trapped. People get trapped right here, and they are stuck in these lower vibrations, and they are not allowed to enter higher consciousness because the chakra system is designed to do just that. When you get into your power center, this is a very sticky situation. You have to empower yourself and others. That's the thing, is it's a deadly trap. If you take power from other people, you're gonna descend right into those lower vibrations, not allowing you to enter the heart chakra, then the throat, the third eye, and entering higher cosmic consciousness. So the denial phase is making empty promises, making people feel like they're not good, always trying to prove to you that you are that person who you thought they were in their head, but they're really not. The next step is being unreliable. They always say one thing and do another. Right? Oh baby, I'm gonna do this. I promise I'll do that one day. And they never take you out on that date. They never get around to doing that errand or that thing they always thought that you were going to do. They're always accusing you. It's the blame game, right? Constantly blaming each other. I mean, it's like the ping pong back and forth. You did this, she did that. No one wants to take full responsibility for their actions. Constantly just blaming one another. And that's not gonna get anybody anywhere. Isolating, they turn against you, creating mistrust. So it's like turning others against you as well. All your friends say, oh, your friends didn't They don't really believe you. They're just saying that because you're a friend. Oh, that person just loves you because you're beautiful. I mean, a lot of those things aren't serving anybody anymore. The mistrust is a gateway to keep you locked in that relationship, to keep you in that energetic field. Based on whatever attachment, whatever emotional manipulation is going on, all that stuff has got to go. It's not serving anybody. The last step, and probably the most important step, is doubting. Everyone you trust is lying. They always tell you, oh, that person's lying, don't trust them. That person over there, don't listen to that. Only listen to me. I'm the number one. I'm in your life. You have to trust me. We're together forever, blah, blah, blah. That stuff is very toxic. Be careful, okay? A lot of the problems, and I have just the common phrases mentioned here, like, you're crazy. You need help. You're just insecure. Oh, you're overreacting all the time. You're too sensitive, right? These are the problems that come up over and over again when you are being in a very gaslighting situation. Now, here's what you do about it. Here's how you take your power back. Here's how you circle around and start embracing everything in your life. Remember, we talked about the third chakra. That's where you need to stay. This person came into your life because you did not have a healthy third chakra. It was blocked, and they took your power. That's the thing, energetically and spiritually, that's how this works. These chakras are real. It's an energy vortex. It's a wheel of energy. In yoga, this translates into wheel. It's a ball that's just circulating that energy. And if you don't have your power center, if you're not confident, and if you're not just lit and excited about life, someone else with a very developed third chakra is going to come in and tell you and take over your energy. And then you enter, through sexual exchange, and you have a union of the two energies together, and now their third chakra is taking place of your third chakra, and that's why you're powerless. That's why you're in the victim consciousness all the time, because they're constantly taking your power away from you. So what you have to do, the number one solution here, is developing that third chakra. Take your power back. All right, and here's how you do this. Here's some common solutions that I wrote just to really get into conscious language here and identifying when this is happening so you can target it and banish it by completely developing that third chakra. When the problem comes around and they say, oh, you're crazy, all you have to do is say, we remember things differently. I know my truth. I'm not debating this with you. I'm not having this conversation right now. I am on my own terms. That's where you draw that line in the sand. Draw that healthy boundary and say, you know what? I've had enough of this. This isn't going to serve me anymore. If you continue to speak to me like this, I will not respond. That's a really good one. I hear you. That is not my experience. I hear you is a great important step with this, because you have to remember, a lot of these gaslighting people, a lot of the narcissists, they're not even aware of their behavior. They're so full of themselves, they're so toxic that they don't even realize it, that they're spreading it out to other people. So hone in on that and know when it's happening and take direct action to stop on all levels. I hear you is acknowledging. You acknowledge the person like, oh, I understand what you're saying. I'm going to choose this other road. And guess what? They're either going to serve you and acknowledge your presence and say, wow, she's really got her power. He's really taken his power back. I better go serve. I better go follow along. Or they're going to continue to go their own way because they're a narcissist. They're obsessed with themselves. They don't care about you. That's the thing, is a real divine relationship is about interdependence. That's one of my favorite words, not codependency, not, oh baby, I need you. Oh, please stay with me. I need you to do this for me. You complete me. All that stuff is artificial and it's got to go. That's serving the 3D. That's serving the old paradigm and the old way of consciousness, the old way of thinking. All of that stuff has got to go. 5D consciousness says we are eternal love. I am unconditional love. I embody unconditional love, and you have to embody unconditional love. And there's no equation here. There's no, I'm loving you 100%. You're only giving me 70%. No. It's got to be completely reciprocated on all levels. And it'll match up with the energy exchange, because if the power center is there, if you both have healthy, developed third chakras, your power center, then it's all good. Then it's a mutual interdependence. Oh baby, I need you because I can't do this thing without you, just like you can't do that thing without me. That's an even exchange. Nobody's losing any energy in that exchange. The opposite is, oh, you're constantly dragged down, you're constantly victimized, you're constantly denied, you're constantly being unreliable, you're always getting accused, the self-isolation, the self-doubt, all that stuff is just repeating and repeating and repeating. Use your conscious language. Go into the solution. Go into the mentality where you have full confidence and you're drawing that line in the sand. You only accept love. You are here for higher consciousness. You are here for the light. Once you affirm that in your reality, anything that comes in your reality is going to test you on that. And that's what these narcissists are doing. That's what the gaslighting means. In a spiritual way, this is the universe testing you. I mean, I was in this relationship for years. Didn't even know it until over a year, and then I spent a year trying to get out, basically, you know? And then through that second year, all I was doing was working on myself to purify my energy and increase my vibration to the point where we completely went separate ways, and it got very toxic and very dramatic, and it was honestly extremely destructive towards the end of the relationship because things were just getting crazy. You know, you're so obsessed with each other and you're so into that codependent mode that you don't even realize it until they're gone. And that's why there's so much drama and attachment and suffering, because again, you're into that codependency. That all is serving 3D. That's serving fear. Codependency says, I'm afraid of not having you in my life. 5D unconditional love says, I am unconditional love, and if you're here, great. If not, great too. It doesn't matter either way, because you recognize the universe puts people into your field for a very specific reason. You acknowledge that, and you are integrating that lesson rather than being obsessed with what's on the surface. We all want a pretty face to look at and have some sort of physical attraction. I'm not saying don't be attracted to people. What I'm saying is go deeper. Look on that soul vibe. How's that soul look? How's that feel? When you're texting each other and you're getting into the romanticness, how does it feel on that soul level? Are you excited to keep swiping and to keep engaging with that person? Or are you just bored, and you're just doing it for sense gratification? Is it just pleasing the senses? Are you just trying to get off? Or do you want something deeper, something much more fulfilling in life that's going to last forever, beyond this life even? That's the real potential with cosmic relationships, with interdependent relationships. Gaslighting is very destructive. Okay, that's the thing you have to remember here is this over time, even though you might think you're happy on the surface and it's all beautiful and your Instagram pictures look great, you're making YouTube videos together, whatever it might be. I've seen this a lot. The reason why I bring that up is I've seen this a lot on social media. I've seen people in relationships and then get extremely destructive, and because they were built on a foundation that wasn't on the soul. It was on the surface level. It had nothing to do with the soul. It had nothing to do with that soul connection, right? It had nothing to do with that. They were just trying to get off. And recognize that if you're doing that, we've all made mistakes in our past. Just own up to it. If you're just trying to get a booty call or whatever, just own it and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. This is it. Because the problem is, especially women, it's like you want more. Men haven't really figured it out yet. There's not a lot of mature men out there. Hopefully by watching this video, I'm raising the consciousness. If you're a man and you're watching this, know that if you're doing any of this, it's got to go. Same with women. It's not acceptable. I'm just telling you that a lot of the coins, a lot of the faces are being turned right now because we're in a very, how do I explain this? We're in a very auspicious time. We're at a time where consciousness is being raised so high that the sexes are being confused. And there's a lot of different association to what sex you are. So once you have that full divine masculine and divine feminine energy anchored into your body, there won't be any more confusion on what sex you are and what you identify with. So after that, once you have that figured out, then the gaslighting and everything stops because you're no longer in that sense of in control. You don't know who you are, therefore you're constantly searching for who you are in that other person. That's probably the number one mistake that I see. It's like, you can't find yourself in another person. It doesn't work like that. You have to focus on yourself and then be the mirror. Recognize that the mirror is you're just reflecting the consciousness out. That's all you're doing. And that partner there is in your life to reflect back on you when you are triggered, so you know when to take action on your impurities. You know when to create the change. Hopefully this helps your video. Hopefully this video helps you guys understand a little bit of the gaslighting that's happening and the traits that are coming with it. If you're in a toxic gaslighting relationship with a narcissist, know this is your chance to upgrade. This is your chance to take your power back. Don't fall into the victim mentality. Don't fall into the old 3D fear-based reality. Get into the heart. This is all about unconditional love. We are here on planet Earth to learn unconditional love. We are all rising to that. Those narcissists, they're so obsessed with themselves because they don't understand how to get out, right? It's a victim mentality because they are hurting too on the inside. So have compassion, have faith. Don't turn into the argument. Hate isn't going to fix hate. We can't light a fire. We can't put a fire out with more fire. You know, that's not how this works. Step inside your love, step inside that heart, step inside this greater consciousness that is within all of us. That is your vehicle, that is your fuel to help you get through this experience. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm out. Peace.
Remember, you are infinite spirit soul. The higher self is always guiding you. Tap into the infinite cosmic conscious energy which is within us, around us, and everywhere.